everyone. We have a
Hello,
little
hello.
special guest here.
Yes, we do.
She
Okay,
went to the book fair. Actually, they see you face forward right now.
See it right there. Look at that camera.
This one. Yeah.
Oh.
She went to the book fair today. Very exciting. So today we are going to be getting into some tweaking of probably some ATCs, maybe creating some new ones. P has some other new little techniquey tweaky things that she wants to be showing today too. This is P over here with Izzy next to her.
M over there.
Patricia, Izzy,
Mariah.
and together
we are the ARTY Studio.
Oh, lots of Izzy love in the chat, that's for sure.
Hi.
All right, I'm going to go topside real quick so you can show your books, and then you have to head down there with Daddy. He has a snack for
All right,
you.
I want you to tell everyone about these rocks over here in the little tin.
So, I found these at school. My favorite ones are these ones.
These ones right there. We think that that's rose quartz, but we don't know. It might be marble.
I might give some of these out.
She brought that whole thing of, in her coat, and she...
in her pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not supposed to pick up rocks on the playground, so she had to keep her coat on for the rest of the day so her rocks didn't fall out of her pocket when she put it in her cubby.
So I have to eat at lunch with my coat on.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe you didn't have a rock catastrophe.
I'll send you with a little bag and you can put them
No.
surreptitiously in a bag.
Would you stop?
Obviously, you can see my book right here, and I got it in the book fair.
She picked it out all by herself.
Okay.
So, if you open that,
She
you
really
have
wants
the
to open
rocks.
that.
She's going to take it downstairs and open it
Yep.
with her daddy. Where are her other books? Do you still have, do you have those or did she take them?
They're over there.
They're over there. Izzy, why don't you go get your other books real quick and let's share your other books. This is really
She's really in
cute.
love with the rock
These
book.
are books that she picked out all by herself.
Mm-hmm.
I love this.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Fluffy McWhiskers,
Cuteness.
Cuteness Explosion, and the ABCs of Black History. And that's pretty cool because I have on
Your vote shirt from
my vote shirt from
Scotty.
Scotty.
Scotty Ross.
E-K-O-M.
Scotty Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right, my love. I love you. We're going to read these tonight. And we'll do some rock identification, okay?
Yes. Take that to
I'll
your
keep
daddy.
your little box of rocks here.
Okay, and we can get the magnifying glass.
Absolutely. I will get the magnifying glass.
Diane says this is
I'll
her.
leave them right here for tonight.
Well, take your rock book with you.
Yeah.
Oh, Joni is a professional rock. Or her son is a professional rock collector. Diane, the messy palette says, "All right, go to your daddy."
Bye-bye.
Bye.
She says, "Grab my bag from the car, please." Why is it so heavy? Do you have rocks in it? She says, "Yes, of course."
What a silly thing to ask. I mean, you know, I don't like people that ask you questions that they already know the answer. They just want to, you know,
Right. Well,
have the jolly ho-hos of affirming that they
no,
were
I think.
right.
Well, no, because that's just kind of like one of those things that it's like, oh God, this is really heavy. You got rocks in this thing? Actually, yes, I do. Thank you for asking. Would you like to see them?
Really, so
Yes.
they were loading my boxes from Alaska. They said, boy, some of these are really heavy. I said, well, it's either books or rocks. I don't know.
Yeah.
Books are heavy. So I brought both.
Although I did grab up our big rocks from the one house, and Brad wouldn't do it. I loaded them myself.
Well, Van has this thing. He will not carry tree stumps, wood, or rocks. If I want them, I have to carry them myself.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's say hello to everybody.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see. Do say hello in the chat so I can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you are here. If you want to hang out in the background, that is totally fine. We do appreciate if you give those thumbsy upsies, especially here in the beginning, because then it lets other people know to come on over, come on in, hang out, do a little arty party. We've got Ann, April, Art Curious, that's Miriam, Heather, Belinda, Brad's here, Kathy Moyer, Carrie Griffiths, Colleen, Darcy, Dana, Debsy, Denise, Diane Bell, Ellen B, Evie, Jamie, Joni, Judy Fox, Judy P, Julie Torrance, Yuta, Carla, Kathy. We have Kathy Dragonfly Smiles and Kathy MH. Lee Gale, Lynn Nygaard, Linda Renz, Lisa Mingus, Maria, hello, welcome, Marta, Mary Ellen, Nightbot, she's the one you want to watch for as far as finding links and things of that nature. Our moderators or myself will prompt her, or she sometimes just drops it in. Pank is here, Sandra, Sherry, Silver Granny, that's Lynn, Susan, we got Susan Dufresne and Susan Fantozzi. Fantazi. It's an ah. Sandra Tate just popped in there. I think Reverend Sonia. And we've got Susie Allen, the Messy Palette. That's Diane. Trish Coogan. That means Evie's probably here as well. If I didn't already. Actually, I think I said Evie. You guys kind of pop in at the same time. All right. I think I hit most people. If I missed you, wasn't on purpose. Just say, hey, hey, hey. You missed me. And I say hello. Alrighty, big announcements. Judy P, she went ahead and posted her thing about the new thing coming up for collaging. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to be Super Collage Challenge. Monthly, yes, very much fun. We are kind of coming here towards the end, so some other things to watch out for would be Joni's post. I don't know if she's decided if it's ATCs or postcards or what it is, but at the beginning of the month in Makers, that's the Maker of Mixed Media Artists Facebook group, that's where we find us and many of these lovely folks that are here in the chat. We all hang out, do the challenges, things of that nature, but at the beginning of the month is when you will find those sign-ups or, you know, the posting of it. The color challenge with Paula and Carrie Griffiths. What else do we have? The Makers of Mixed Media collab. There's both the YouTubers and non-YouTubers. All kinds of things happen, especially at the beginning of the month.
Something might just happen serendipitously.
That too. Alrighty.
That happens. Okay, so I pulled the prints. You saw them on the back side through the acrylic. But look at this. Is this not absolutely wonderful?
Thank you, Yuta. She says we both look very cute today. Actually,
thank you.
Thank you. I do appreciate that because my hair needs to be washed.
And I need to cut mine, but I haven't had it. You know, I hurt my arm winding, and then I got my shot, and I couldn't move this side either. So I need 2 hands to cut my hair. Yes, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Hello, Eddie. I'm so glad you're here.
Yes.
So we wanted to know if it was okay if we talked about your video, if you're cool with us doing maybe a little bit of a review of some of the things that you did. I don't know if P remembers or if we want to.
Yeah, I have it written. Hopefully I have it written down. Yes. The prints, the time, and the stencils. Yes, because I think I can help you with some of your problems that you had there. If you haven't already figured it out.
Or you can just say, thank you, but no thank you.
It is, the whole thing is I love when that happens, because if you were having that problem, I am sure that there are a lot of other people who are also. So hopefully I can address that today in a timely manner, because we do have a lot on the agenda today.
He says yes, of course.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
We were also thinking that along those lines, if anyone does do videos, whether you want to post it in Makers or if you are on YouTube, and especially if you're using our stencils, because that makes us very, very happy for obvious reasons, I think. We would love if you kind of tag us, let us know, and you want us to go through it and go, all right, well, here's kind of what we saw, and if you want, you know, any critiques or anything like that, we thought that might be kind of fun. Just a little video review.
Yeah. And I
please don't make it more than an hour.
Oh, yeah. Please.
Actually, you know, 15-20 minutes.
That's ideal.
That's ideal.
And you can have music. You don't have to talk.
Yeah, she liked that.
The talkie, because I that part of my brain, the talkie part, and then the watching the visual, they get this, and it's not good. I think I might be, you know, slightly on the spectrum.
I think we all just get overwhelmed with everything.
I do very easily, and I just can't do it. But anyway, I love these. Both of these prints, I think, are just stellar. I absolutely love them, and I did find out that I was born in the year of the rabbit. I didn't even know that.
And she's a metal element.
Yeah.
I'm a snake and fire.
And I'm really fired up about this because I think if Mariah, and I've talked to him about this, making this small enough to fit on an ATC.
We'll discuss it.
Oh.
It might be a stamp. That might be a stamp-worthy situation.
What
do you think about that?
Well, I really need it because of what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it into a piece of jewelry. The rabbit. For me.
Okay.
Yeah. And it just needs to be slightly smaller because I think this might be kind of big.
It's a little much.
You know, I do have friends' turtle that's quite large and I like it. But I just...
Well, ones like that, you wear a little bit more, you know, short. But then you got to be careful to not jab yourself, especially with them ears.
No,
Those are going back. That's
no,
the...
this is,
yeah.
I'm picking the sitting rabbit.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going for the jumper. I don't know, though, you know?
I kind of like
That's going to be... I'll have to really think about that. Okay.
Jumping over your breast.
Well, I wouldn't have to leap very high. Just saying. Okay, well, here we go. Look at my notes here. So you get to look at my notes as I'm looking at my notes. All right, so Mariah tells me that I should sort of do an overview of objectives. And the problem with me doing that is a lot of times I get sidetracked. And that's why she always posts after we do the video. She kind of gives you more of a realistic plan of what happened. And I always told my principal that my lesson plans were a lot better after I'd done the activity. So that's kind of where I am on that one. I'm going to scoot all of this over very carefully here. Oh, no, I'm not, because I don't want you to look at that side. That was last time. Whatever that was. Okay.
Hey, Sharon.
Basically, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of washing your stencil. And I am not going to belabor that, but I am going to show you a little. And I lost it, but I found it. And I've already lost Judy P's circles and lost them again. I had them right out here, right here. And I know that they got picked up with something and put in a pile back over yonder. But I kind of have a better idea of where they might be. Okay, so first of all, why do you want to wash your stencils? Well, you want to wash them because your images are going to be crisper. Now, I don't know if
we got a lot of rabbits.
We got a lot of rabbits?
In the group, 1951.
Oh, seriously?
Well, and then it, goes.
Yeah, and then it reverts back to the rabbits again. Oh, that's very cool.
Hey, Dad.
All right. Well, I may even do
a
little demo of what I have in mind for my jewelry.
It was also suggested perhaps printing it onto Shrinky Dink. We hadn't had so much luck with it. I did some fish.
Well, I was really thinking more along the lines of Fran's turtle. I want to get some of that air dry clay, and I want to use the outline of the rabbit and get the details in it, but make it a little bit more dimensional.
Ah, well, then you don't really necessarily need a stencil. You just need a pattern.
Well, I need the stencil so that I can go through and draw around.
Well, I can do that on, like paper. But some other people said that they would also like it in a smaller version. So
yes,
there's that.
There's that. Well, I've got ideas on that. All right. Anyway.
Hello, Kimberly. Hey, Diana.
The cons of washing your stencil each time is a pain in the butt, but you watched me the other day when I was doing the little ones with the butter and where I would take and rub them off each time. That's very important when you're reusing them because what happens is they go to the back and they get smeary.
Hi, Z. So
you want to do that. Upkeep puts less stress on sensitive areas. And the ones that I was doing, oh gosh, it drives me crazy when I put things away. I have them out here.
I don't know that, like, she lives in this world where it's like things would just happen to just pop into her space.
Yes. Here they are. Okay. I mean, these soaked for like 2 weeks. But I was so, I would use these again. I would go, well, why am I not
How
liking
did you end up with so many?
Because.
And some of them are the original cut
yes,
ones.
Yes, they are.
The ones that I didn't send off to those of you that were very lucky. I think I sent out maybe 2 or 3.
Okay. So what was happening here is these little areas, and I need to get something underneath so you can see.
Oh, Marta's a cusp of a monkey and a rooster.
Oh my,
Wow.
that could be an interesting combination.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I never have anything that I really need. Just need a blank piece of something that's, you know, okay, here.
Would you?
Holy moly. All right, now the little areas I'm talking about here are these, see these little lines that go across there? Those were all plugged up. The small holes were all plugged up on the stencil. And that was why I was not happy with my image that I was getting. So when that happens and you become just ever so slightly irritated about that, this thing, I worked on this for days. And here, this is great because I can
And
show
I
you.
think that's kind of a. Is that really thick?
What?
That piece that you have there.
Yeah, it is. Is it a different stuff?
It is, because remember we were trying to look into. There's another product that's very similar to Yupo, and it's heavier, but we could not consistently get it to cut. You know, without like having to run it through multiple times. So that's the thicker stuff.
Okay, now when you lay this down on the piece of paper, you're going to be able to see those little dark outlines where there's still something there. And that's what happened on this. I was, you know, first couple times I used this, I loved it. And then all of these little areas, the edge of that, see that little piece that fell off there? I saved all of these so that you'd all see. And isn't this just, I know, Mariah's just cracking up.
Nuts. I love you. It's a good nutty, but you're nutty.
Okay, so all of these I drug off of I don't know, something else that obviously they were kind of rounded. But those little
Paint
pieces,
strings.
those little things that go around there, that's what your paint's going to stick to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to just increase and increase until you're down to, you don't have any definition of your little stencil at all. It's just a little blob, you know, out there.
All right.
And see, I'm still digging those off, and I love doing that. It's a really, I know it's an obsessive compulsive thing. I recognize that.
You enjoyed it though.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I did. I'm going to
It
save
filled
those.
her picking needs.
I don't know why I'm going to save those, but I might have to show them to someone else some other time.
You should label that.
I should label that. Here,
I'll
right
label
on
it.
that. Thank you.
Okay, so a couple of things. Carrie will be getting me the leaf stripper, rose stripper kind of things. Hopefully tomorrow is what he's
Yay.
saying.
'Cause
Now,
I'm
when
really-
I can actually get them processed, cut, put into the store, it's a different deal. I have a few more coming up. We're going to debut a new designer in this next set that I get out. I am not setting an actual time because I just don't know.
I don't know
keep-
anything about this. They never tell me those things because I always.
And a happy early birthday to Marta
Oh,
coming up. That's very cool.
This is Thursday thoughts. No, this is Tweaky Thursday. Gotta make sure I'm on the right
Yes,
day.
on the right day.
I'm retired. I don't have to know.
But it's helpful.
It's helpful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So the next thing, and I don't know how much time, I might save this for later. The stamping of textured looking backgrounds. I'm really not feeling that because I had another little thing that happened today, so I'm really glad that Mariah didn't actually do that. And okay, and to go over tags and ATCs and see what's been added and why. Time permitting, another series will be started. I don't really envision that happening at all. Okay, everyone sees me. I'm putting these in the front. Oh, look at this. Isn't this sweet?
We've been getting a
My
lot of it.
baby. She is
I
just,
have one back here.
she just brings me stuff all the time.
Little
It's
gifts
just
all the time.
heartwarming. And it's also maddening because I want to have
You just don't know what to do with it all. And where
Yeah.
to keep it all.
I want to, yes, I do want to keep, I have this tendency to want to keep it all. And,
I keep thinking about like binders or something, and then when she's
oh, and here, yeah, okay. Look, this is so funny because one of those little things stuck to my toothbrush that I use. This was actually bullets. You can see the little doggy paw print things on it. the vet said that we need to brush his teeth. Well,
He went down with that.
oh my God, are you kidding? He growled at me.
Yeah.
And he never ever does that. And so, you know, if I do brush his teeth, I just give it a quick, you know, because I can't keep his mouth open, and when he clenches his
Hello,
jaw,
Ray.
like this, the only teeth I can get are these right here. So, anyway, there's one of those little things, see? The reason it works is because it has little silicone
Yeah.
things here, little harder ones.
Kind of helps knock it.
Yeah, and when you put it, you want to keep it flat and then just kind of go in a circular motion. That'll just lodge most of those little things. Now, you probably will have to go through and dig out some of them with pins.
That's a whole other, you know, fun little thing to do.
Yes, you know, when you don't
Fill
have
a whole afternoon.
of digging out stencils. Okay, I don't want to talk about that right now. Don't want to talk about that. Oh, and here's where
Yes, I think that it does because actually it's a little more ergonomical for one, right?
yeah, the angle of it is also really nice because when you're doing it on a flat surface.
Anne was asking if it was better than people toothbrush.
Well, mine doesn't have those little silicone bristles in
Some
it.
do that you can purchase.
Oh.
So yeah, just you know that.
Yeah.
Plus, it's nice to have that little bit of.
Well, just go to the pet store. Okay. Oh,
Probably.
here, I've got to show you the latest. So, this is the latest pop-up. I promise
Oh,
we're
where's
going to
mine? Do you have mine?
This is me. And I said, Izzy, what are those down there? She says, well, you know, it's when you do this. My,
Yeah.
wrinkles.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my mouth?
her
Okay.
angry wrinkles.
Here's her mommy.
I'm
You
more
can tell
colorful.
She loves her mommy more than she loves her Gigi. And she did let me make the this is not a flower, it's a hair bow.
Mm-hmm.
But look at Mariah's bangs there.
Yep.
Isn't that just hysterical? Okay, I gotta hold it just right. Ah!
But I yell more, I guess.
Oh, we did have some various rainbows, you know, and you have to pick which side you like. That's why the line's down the middle. And this is Aurora Borealis. Okay. And you know what else I found when I was in, this is what Mariah said, well, are we going to do tags, you know, for the special thing within whatever. Well, I found all these stuck back, and I thought for a minute I'd found Anne's original book that I made for her. But these are just postcards that aren't finished. And I thought, well, isn't that wonderful? I've got, you know, if we decide to do postcards, I'm in good shape because I've got some good stuff going
Why
on
don't you
here.
bundle them up and put a little note on top that says, you know, to be continued postcards.
I'm going to put them right back where they were. Because if you
TBD.
put things back in the same place twice, chances are that you'll be able to remember.
Yeah, don't
My
move it.
Mimi used to say that.
Yeah, don't move it.
Okay, now what I want to talk about and didn't talk about when I first got Anne's tags, and this idea just cracks me up because I love layered stuff, you know that. Okay, she has not only a fabulous tag here with, oh, I love this, look at
Zaps.
that. And look at that little, but then on the inside, it's tags within tags. 2 more little tags in there. Oh. I want to do pocket tags, as I just think they're absolutely cute as they can be. And look at this one.
And maybe this will lead to a book.
And it could very well, because we both talked about, and I don't know where Anne gets her tassels, but she must tell me. And if she makes
where
them,
I have them. I have some of those, or I had some. I don't know if the baby's hauled
no,
off with them.
Izzy's already taken off with those, and there definitely won't be any that are pink. But I don't remember us having.
Yeah.
We've got some of this stuff I could possibly make.
Yeah, I think she
don't-
made that one.
But I hate that stuff. It makes me angry.
She does.
Oh, and here's molten lava with wonky net.
Melty Morocco. Wonky
Melty
net.
Morocco, yes. And a cute little penile drop thing there. I love that very much. Okay. So pocket tags. That's something that we could be thinking about. Maybe even pocket tags for our next, you know, whatever.
Well, remember I made the pocket. Maybe we could do this thing again, and I think I even have. You know, this was a spin-off of the stuffed pocket thing, which is a printable, available on our website.
Oh, oh yes. Oh, and I just love this little tie-on thing, even though I never can quite figure out how it's supposed
Yeah, I
to
know.
work.
And talk about a tag inside of a tag thing. 'Cause remember?
Oh, yes. And, you know, I loved working on this. We had such a good time, Mariah. My problem right now with Mariah is that she's busy.
I've spent a couple evenings up here so far. I'm getting better. She did that, yeah.
And this is a Kleenex box, which I just, you know.
Refashioned the orifice.
And then this is a piece left over from from my journal that I did with the rocks. But here's all of these.
Oh, thank you, Anne.
All of these.
Oh, February swap is tags. Hint, hint. Get a head start.
Oh!
Joni just dropped that detail in the chat.
All right. Well, look at these. And I wrote little things on the back of them. All of them have little somethings on the back of the little.
Anne wasn't aware that the drop on her tag was
Penile? Mm-hmm. I don't know what you call it. It was shaped that way. Oh my gosh, and look. We must find time to stop and thank people who make a difference in our lives. Oh my gosh. All of you.
Yes.
Make a difference. And I have to show you this one because I can't
Oh,
remember.
and Julie, your stuff went out yesterday. Oh, wow, that reminds me. That was the other thing I wanted to say. Batch 1, I think I've sent out probably anywhere from 12 to 13 of the 27 to maybe 30 ATCs. Some of the books have been sent out, not all.
No, Christie's and
I think I have 2 or
Lisa
3.
Mingus's are still.
No?
I haven't sent those out yet because I haven't made them. But
No,
you're going
I
to
have-
be glad because I have this
I have
next
Christie's.
idea. Oh, it's going to be so awesome.
Okay.
It'll be worth the wait. Okay,
But lots of things went out. But there's still more to... So don't...
Yeah.
Oh, and bags. You know, the giveaway winners.
you
I
sent
have
those.
No, I have 4 more that I need to send out.
Okay.
I was waiting for this new packaging, which there was then a little snafu. Not on the ones that I actually need for the bags, but a little snafu on my part for the small ones. You know, size
I
matters.
really like it when Mariah messes up every now and then.
Not really.
She doesn't mess up very often, so it makes me feel a whole lot better when she does. This is a tag that I created just from stuff on my desk, and I know y'all find that hard to believe. See that little thing there?
Aw,
PMAS.
Anthony, that's so sweet.
That's PM Artist Studio. There's not a missing S there. Oh my goodness. Happy.
That's from Mo, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Mo.
It is her handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Mo.
All right, T.
All right, Mariah.
Remember,
how do I
there's
get
a
into
magnet.
this?
There's a magnet involved, and it's on the back
Magnet
side.
involved, and it's on the back. All right, here we go. Recognize gears there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I might have to put some of Anne's. We might have to put some of hers in here. And look, this started off as a brayer off, and then it became a, I don't know what.
Well, there were tags sort of involved, and maybe even some ATCs that some of that came from. Those
yeah.
are from Carrie Gibson.
Oh, some of them are,
Mhm.
yes. This would be from her. That certainly isn't my color palette. Oh, and this is the other one that I made. I think it's when we were doing something with Sharon and one of her things, and I happened to have a wounded butterfly up here, and I just cut off.
It wasn't a real one. Just
No.
little fakey feather ones.
Fake feather one. So I just cut that off, and then that's actually toilet paper there in the background. And here's this cool
You guys
thing.
are so sweet.
I wish you could feel it. It just has texture on it. And then this is one that was, it's on Felicia's paper, her handmade paper. Isn't that wonderful? And then I stenciled puzzle over it with the modeling paste. I don't know if that's my homemade modeling paste or whatever. This was so much fun. We should do this
I like
again.
this, and it's kind of an easy
And
build.
And we have different skill sets that we can. And here's another piece of Felicia's paper.
Love her paper.
Look at these little jobbers, Mariah.
That one you made.
Yeah. Oh, and this
That's
is
from
some of
Judy P.
Judy P's marble paper. It says, my socks may not match, but my feet are always warm. And my husband said, I have another pair just like them at home.
It's fine. Evie would like to know, what is the preferred tag size? We always use a number 8, 6 1/4 by 3 1/8. Evie, we don't,
ours is dependent on the paper that's available.
we do not live by such standards. It's, oh, I have this scrap piece of paper. I think this would be
here,
a
I
great
better-
start.
Or
Oh,
we save the tags from Izzy's dresses. Some
Yeah.
of them are really cool
oh,
little.
I loved those bookmarks, and I don't think that I have any more that a lady sent to me when we very first started like getting online, and she sent us this box of just all kinds of cool stuff. And there was this fat stack of these bookmarks, and I was like, God, what am I going to use these for? I loved them because they were a great little base. Remember, some of those are, I'm sure,
Is that what they are?
because they had rounded corners already. It was fabulous.
Do you still have some somewhere?
No, I think I used them all.
Well, that was rude. I didn't get to use any.
Well, you didn't appreciate them like I did.
Oh, that's probably true.
That's
too.
a Carrie.
This is another one of Carrie's.
And those are some of her stencils.
Oh.
Yeah, this happens sometimes.
Every now and then you should go through and kind of, wiggle them around. This says, a very special happy mail from Sharon.
Texture junkies.
Texture Junkie. Cover that up. A reminder to Mariah M. that this is an important life concept. Do what you love.
That's
And
right.
this was November 2021. And, when she started up, well, Liquid Fly was first.
Yeah.
But then, this is the tag. Remember you talked about the embossing and how it crazed on you?
No, I was talking about that love card.
This isn't the same technique?
No, Sharon made that.
Oh, well, Sharon, you'll have to tell us how you did this. It says, thank you, Sharon, for the generous package of goodies. What a delight to open each little parcel. As you can see, we've already started using the contents. This is the tag, and the love one are the Stuffed with Love, Gratitude and Abundance book. P, November 2021. I'm really glad that I wrote on
Yeah,
some
I did.
of these.
Yes.
Such cool stuff. Oh, and here's our first round with texture paste. Oh, we were so excited about that. But look, I don't think we have any more of this ribbon.
There's a little bit.
But isn't this absolutely, I just love it. Oh,
Sorry, we
I
really
think
hadn't
I'm going
planned
to take
on.
it apart and use a little less so I can have some for
I
another
like a
one.
long, fluffy one.
I want a little short, stubby one so I'll
I
have
don't.
some more. Oh, and here is
Let us know in the chat, how do you prefer your tag plumage?
It's just right. Oh!
Short and erect, or, long and flowy.
Look at this. Now, Mariah pulled this one off. You can always tell her.
Oh, it's
When you
called Goosebump Spray and Ink.
Goosebump.
How is this? That's like the first time we're hearing about this.
Yeah. We need some of that.
We need some of that in our lives.
Man, I'm talking that. I have a teapot.
Yes. Love that glaze.
It is. But you can always tell Mariah's little from mine. Mine are just kind of.
Hello, Sandra.
Mine are like this. Just little bits and pieces that don't make sense, and they're just kind of put on there. But hers all flow together. She always has really nice edges. My edges vary.
Yeah, hers do.
And
I think that's the original thing.
I think it is.
Or
It's
one of
part
the
it.
first little, smaller ones. Because I told her to stop showing it because technically it wasn't that size. So we cut it, I took it out of circulation.
Okay, so this is a tag.
Stuffed tag book.
Stuffed tag book.
Now I may have to go back and refresh my memory and hope. I don't know if I did I think I did a process video on this.
I don't know either, but I really like this wrappy thing here.
I sure hope I did. I remember sort of recording
well, they
some of
can't
this.
go.
She could never get it right.
Makes me crazy. Messing up the peacock feathers. And...
Oh. Lisa
right.
said to say hi. She is missing in action as her back's not doing well. Poor thing.
Oh.
She's just had a miserable go at it. How are you doing, Judy P? We had some of your tags in there, too. Okay.
Yeah, the marbling.
Joni likes to have her tags bigger than an ATC. I think that that's true. Like, I think a tag should be at least longer. Now, width-wise, now we have this, and remember that we did the little tag swap with,
I'm going to get my other tags out.
all right, we're just going to be little, we're doing tag things today.
Well, we may actually get to what, I want to do.
We might make some art instead of just talking about it.
Here's my little box to house my ATCs. Here's the bee. We're going to work on the bee some more.
Here, this is so great.
See, I
think it was Lori Schultz. But she likes her tags big.
Throw kindness around like confetti. Isn't that great?
See, that was a big one.
It's Lori Schultz Mixed Media.
Mm-hmm.
521. Lori, is Lori still with us?
She usually wouldn't come to live stream. She's a kind of Instagrammer. She's on Instagram.
I am a voice, not an echo. Isn't that great? I like this little person here. Lots of nice.
I love Martha.
And
Yeah, that is a tag to beat all other tags.
I know. You could do a whole bunch of writing. I mean, you could journal some stuff on the back of that kind of.
Well, and I think you could make that tag, like if you had multiple ones that were that size, you could then turn that into the book.
Oh, absolutely. Good thought. We're just using these because we already have them, and I love that because I can just reach over there and grab them when I want them.
Look, I have these from Joni, the little bird family. They would make lovely little. You can make bird tags.
I just cracked me up.
Now don't show
Oh,
Izzy,
this was
I
the big
took it
fat
away from
ones
her.
for me.
I wanted to keep the little family together.
And Seward, Nebraska. Well, Nathan, my son, was born in Hastings. I lived in Hastings for a while.
All right,
Nebraska.
Give those back. I don't want to lose them. I love the birds.
I do too. Oh, look, they've got quiet eyes.
Well, and what would be so cute with those? Like, if you want to do this stackable thing, you could even like dip down the little beak or whatever, and they could hold things in there.
And we could use our nest.
Oh, I love it.
As the pocket.
Yes. Oh, Anne says the big tags would get expensive to mail. That is maybe true.
Yeah, true.
Well, you may want to keep it. So at least, what is this? What? Somebody has taken my ruler.
I didn't do it.
Well, who did? This is a
Okay, now
situation.
these are ones that I've worked on all of them. Some.
Keep it shorter than 9 inches because you can send a 6x9 envelope like regular mail. So
Yeah.
if you made
That's
them
like a legal size.
no,
Oh.
it's like a book. They call it like booklet.
Oh. I just know about legal size envelopes.
Uh-huh.
Don't make them any bigger than that. Okay. Am I ready to start talking?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, this is one that I did. This is one I redid.
Now, be sure to hold those up into the
Redid.
technology.
Redid. I haven't done anything to that. I'm still working on this one. It's kind of poopy.
Hey, Violet.
And I think this one's done. Okay. So let's talk about this. I still think I'm going to go over this with some gold. But what I did, these were white, because remember this was Carrie's design that I stenciled on here with Light and Fluffy? Because I thought I needed something there to kind of anchor it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did pencil work, of course. And then I rubbed the rubby stuff on.
Okay, hold it up into the technology a little bit, a little lower. Just a little. There you go. Perfect. That looks great with the ring and everything.
It does.
Lovely.
You can take a snapshot of that. And this one, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many layers this has on it. Because
So it's
I was doing really well, and then I outlined the white with that pen that's kind of the same as that tape that doesn't stick. And I brushed on the textured gesso so I could do some more pencil work, and of course all the lines just went, smeary schmoo.
Schmeary schmoo.
So I had to go back in and do it. But this has a lot of colored pencil. And I'm talking about Prismacolor pencil, not the other kind. Okay.
Hey, Sandy.
So this has, I think this is one of...
Now, washi, she means like the, is it the Signo?
Yeah. The one that gets clogged up all the time.
That one.
Yeah, this little jobber. Which I actually did. I did a stencil of this and then I went over it with this little jobber.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Well,
I
it's
don't
upside
love
down,
it, but
you know.
it so far is the best. I've tried the acrylic ones and they just dry up.
See.
Okay, so is this Carrie's window?
Deb wanted me to get you a white Posca. She has them, and we even have the fine tip one. She gets angry with those. They're really just anyway. She battles them all.
Yeah, I do. I'm not really in love with any of them.
And welcome to those of you that are coming in. Please say hello in the chat if you'd like to. We'd love to say hello back. If you want to hang out in the background, we love that as well. But do give those thumbsy upsies.
Okay, so you can see this has a lot of layers on it. And then the last one, this is done with the modeling paste.
And that's funny. Did it pull the yellow up?
No, I did that with the, because I kind of wanted it to go with the...
It looks like it's almost like, you know, the sun's just kind of... Look
Well,
at you.
wait till you see this other one that I actually did. Okay, this is the same thing. I went over it and whatever, and yeah, bunch of different stuff here. Okay, so... the idea of 3, and this is Carrie's number stencil. And then I did the little hearts and I didn't like them, so I went over them and redid them again. That they actually have raised surface on there just because there's that many layers of paint. And okay, so Mariah said, "Oh, look, the sun's shining." This just happened to be a bald spot here.
A little bit towards me. There you go. Perfect.
And I thought, well, wouldn't that be great to just kind of have the idea that there's... Yeah.
Like, look at you.
And
there's
then,
a story there.
Comes around, and can you see there's a little bit of shiny stuff on the leaf. Not a lot. Okay, here's another goddess. And I really wanted to keep, and I was trying to match. But
Your outfit? Yes.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Turn that into a
But
little...
I need to make her a little bit more orange. So she goes with her.
Yeah.
A little stubby,
or
fluffy.
change your stubby fluffy. That seems
Well,
like
I
easier.
couldn't find anything.
Did you look over here?
Well, I think I did.
Because
I don't know.
pinky... Here, let me see it for a second.
I need more magenta.
Yeah, more pinky red.
And then I
Yeah,
can
that's
use
the
that
one.
one someplace else. These are just pieces of ribbon that I don't know. They just showed up. I think it's in some package that Izzy got.
Here.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely much better. Well, I don't want to do that right now. Everybody knows how to tie a knot. Okay, so I want you to check this eye out.
Maybe
I
not
have
everybody
worked-
knows how to make a stubby one. Moving on.
Yeah.
That's really
Oh.
cool.
So, see the 3 here? I kind of camouflaged it ever so slightly because I wanted you to have to work at finding that. But this is like the 3rd eye concept. You know, the one that...
I see I create. Hey, you could enter that.
Oh!
It's still January.
There we go.
Those of you that are non-YouTubers, you still have time. Post it in Makers.
I'm going to put this in here so I remember. Oh, I won't be able to see
Oh,
the
here, give it
eyeball.
to me. I will photograph
Thank
it, and then you
you.
can complain
That would
about
be
the angle
lovely.
that I have taken
The
it
angle
at.
of the dangle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this was kind of just, you can see a little bit of the, it wasn't very, the color turned out a pukey purple. Am I in a good spot? So I went over the whole thing except for the little leaf that I collaged on there. That was torn from tissue paper. I made sure I didn't go over that because if you go over your shiny stuff with the texture gesso, it'll dull it all out. And you'll be very sad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got these little bricky things there, and I'm not sure, is that Carrie's design too? Bricky things.
No, I did the bricky things.
Okay, Mariah did the bricky things.
People haven't loved the bricky thingies, though.
Hey, I'm telling you what, you need the bricky things for backgrounds. Ooh, is that?
Well, I'm warming
More
you
better?
up. Yeah, because you just a little.
I looked
You were a little blue.
Okay, I absolutely, I'm not getting rid of this. And it's conturbation is the word on the back. Disorder, disturbance. It's Middle English from Latin.
Oh, and Deb says, PM Artist Studio next YouTube channel. Prompts for creative writing practice from little bits of art. I don't know that we need to be building another channel, but maybe we do it just to...
We might have Thirsty Thoughts can be part of that.
Maybe we, expand out someday.
I just love conturbation as a word. Disorder and disturbance, because I think I live in conturbation. Constant conturbation.
What is it disorder? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. Okay, I'm going to use it for you in a sentence. The conturbations created by the unruly infiltrators drowned out the speaker on the podium. So conturbation. And I think that, there's just a lot going on there. There's so many layers there, and I worked very hard on this.
Oh, okay. These were sent to us. All right, well, it's kind of funny. So, didn't Anne originally sent us some?
Mm-hmm. I have fuzzies from the
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Pieces. And then Molly ended up sending us a whole bunch of them, which was fantastic, because I tell you, we do love these tags.
Oh, this is what I've used exclusively.
I'll drop a link in the chat, because I think I can find that one
this doesn't
again.
have anything on the back. But this has lots of pencil work on it, and I love doing pencil work over the top of the texture of the light and fluffy modeling paste. It's just fabulous, because look at that. I got great definition there, and it was very easy to do the gradation, the color gradation. Okay, so here's my 8. Anybody have anything to say about that?
Okay, well, hold on. You have to hold it down a little bit. There you go. Anybody notice anything? I'm waiting.
Oh.
Eddie says, why is it upside down? And she showed it to me too, and I said, you do realize that you have it upside down, right? But she said, so it was 8 on fire, or put your 8 to the fire? I said, that's fine. It's like you shook it out. Put it to the fire.
It's on the Barbie.
Yeah, it's on the
Can
Barbie.
you see? It's an 8 on the Barbie.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't notice it was upside down.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that, but you can tell this, it's steaming.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all colored pencil.
Or you can make an upside down tag. You could just lop off the little hole part and...
Well, then the barbecue's up in the air. That's even worse.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm just going with it, and I don't
right.
even care if it's upside down.
I told her I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but,
Screw y'all. I is where the contrast is there. Number 5, all I really did on this was just add a little bit of shading to give the 5 even a little bit more illusion of depth. All I did on this one, because I just, sometimes they're just really good as they are.
Darcy said it was just doing a cartwheel.
Yeah.
It's a very excited 8.
Excited 8. I like it. EE. All I did on this one was just add this little bit of modeling paste with Carrie stencil out there in the middle. And this one is, I think, just perfect like it is. And this one is very biographical, as it has my birth date on it. And I think this one, not sure what those numbers mean.
You just kind of...
They mean something. They meant something at the time. 3-0, that's the day. And this is some more of the modeling paste.
That looks like a kitty. Turn it. Meow.
Oh, it's not a kitty. No kitties. Okay, another one that I think is just great.
I'm going to come in and dry some kawaii eyes on there.
You do, and I'm going to smack you. And here's a little bit of...
A semic. No, scribble pieces, isn't it?
No, it's a semi.
Okay.
And it didn't go very well, so I had to go over it with the white. I think this is really nice just like it is. This one, I think I added colored pencil Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Here's beans. And this is, what do you call that one, Mariah? It's the one that's all jumbled up.
Wait, which one are we talking about here?
This stuff down the middle here. I just took a strip down the middle off of the...
Oh, scribbles.
Scribbles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deb's concerned that you're putting your birthday on the internet.
Oh.
It's probably very much findable right at this moment in time.
I don't really care. I think that's really nice, and I didn't do anything to that. That's all gel plated, which I'm...
Nah, I think you came in with a little pencil work there, but most of it...
You can tell. There's no pencil work. It's still shiny from the original
let me see it.
Blue.
And I can show you the video when this was... I'll show you the original.
Okay.
Yeah, there's pencil work there, lady.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because it's shiny.
Well, I know, but you can tell that, like, some of it's buffed out there. Like, do it like this, and you'll be able to see it.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
It's not a lot. It is subtle. But it wasn't that defined.
Yeah. The edge, I think, is probably what I went in and... Okay, here we go. 30, 51. 51. I think I just love this one. It's just so... It's so deco.
Diane says, who made the rule on which way the 8 should go anyway? And then Darcy says, well, who follows rules?
Well, obviously I don't, but it wasn't because I was intentional. It's because I didn't know.
Yes, and now they're all in agreement with that.
This has little pieces glued on.
Anne says your 8 is the Dolly Parton of 8s.
I know, I said, is that all you have to say about that, Mariah, that my 8 is upside down?
I said, yeah, the tag is fantastic.
No,
but sorry,
she started off with the 8 is upside. Do you know the 8's upside down?
The graphic designer in me said that 8 was not proper.
I think this is a little Christmassy, but I don't know. Maybe just festive.
I think it's more festive.
And I think this one comes off as festive also.
Yes.
And this one is festive. My little green leaf there. Oh, and look, this goddess has 2 leaves. I really like that goddess. She's pretty sparkly.
Mm-hmm.
And then, boy, hoi polloi. Shooting stars. And this one's just good like it is. This one is what is the name of it?
Woodman.
Hilda Woodman.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, oh my goodness, I can't believe how much I struggled with this card, and it's just so retarded that I did. I started off, and I just lightly stenciled white on there, because I didn't want it to be, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it just kind of, I don't know what, for whatever reason, just disappeared. So I came back in, and I want you to notice how well I matched those up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. And then it has just ever so slightly, just a little outline there.
Yeah, well, the outline is from the prior one.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Okay. Those are my tags, and most of them have words written on the back. Mm-hmm. And we can put these in our tag book. And then I'll be able to create some more with my little box.
Very nice. That's a good call there, Anthony.
What?
He says maybe the tag was upside down and the 8 is right side up.
You know, that could certainly be, because a lot of times when I'm doing that, I'm not paying attention to that particular thing. And on this one, when I went over this with the texture paste,
it went kind of...
Well, what happened was it took some of the colored pencil, pulled it in there. So I either need to get rid of all of the stark white over here, or come back in and make that stark white again.
Yeah.
But it had something in the background there that I didn't like. I don't even remember what it was. Okay, those are tweaked. I've been tweaking them. And I may continue tweaking them. All right, what about the ATCs? Have we talked about all of them? Did I give you over the ATCs, and we've talked about most of those, right? Is there any new stuff on those?
I don't know what you're talking about. What?
ATCs.
Yeah, I mean...
In the box. The box.
The box? Yeah. I mean, I have ones that I still have, I think, 10 more of our sign-up people to get backs and do final tweaks and my things too.
Okay.
But that's all I got. I don't think that there are any new ones
Any new ones. We
necessarily
haven't
to
made any new
show.
ones. I just talked about making new ones.
Yes, and that you said that you had an idea.
I do. Shall we just go ahead with that instead of talking about the thing with my spotting technique as inspired by
No, I think you should talk about that.
Elizabeth St. Hilaire.
Yes, and this is the one that Diane Bell, I believe, showed her. She said she finally kind of, got the process. She said through much frustration, tears, and cursing, I believe.
Sometimes that's necessary.
It's part of the process.
I don't know what it does, but it activates a certain part of your brain that helps you move on. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so I knew kind of what she was talking about, but it's been a while. So I went back and watched it again.
Oh, Miriam, take care of yourself. Yeah, she's not feeling well.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, I hope we didn't send it to you, over the airwaves.
I think it's
Or
just
whatever.
stuff's
But
going
anyway, so basically how I create is whatever is handy and there. Well, I still have these out on the thing from the other day, so I use them.
She really just whatever nearest to her is gonna get.
Yeah. All right, let's start with this one because this was my seminal piece here. All right, this is that lace stuff that someone sent me. And when I put it down, I pulled it up, I left kind of large clunks of black out there, and I didn't want to do it again because then I knew I wouldn't have any of these to pull off. So I said, well, I'm just going to live with it. So what I did, I just think sometimes I just have my moments. I just took this stencil and where the big black blobs were, I put it down. Can you see? Put it down and went over it, with the little pouncy thing, with the yellow. But then I kind of changed the yellow out so that sometimes it was bright yellow and sometimes it was kind of mucky muck. And then I decided I had places where, so I came back with white. But see what you can do? And I think it's very insecty-like, even though it's not. I just used pieces and parts of this stencil and moved it around and did my that pouncy thing.
Diane said yes, it was a necessary part of the process. The best thing to remember is that it is done in 2 parts. And see, it's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I've got one back here that we're going to work on.
And Eva says that she loves seeing numbers and letters placed in different directions. One of the tags had a 0 on it, and it was on its side. Nothing was said about that. She thought it was great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eva.
That was intentional. I did notice that it was on its side. The upside down
The
8
was,
I did not. But some people make their 8s fatter at the top than they
Some
do
people
at the
make
bottom.
them equal.
And some people make them equal. So, there we go. All right, now I'm going to work on this one a little bit more just to show you what I think it needs. And let me get because, I always think I'm not going to get off the paper. Well, yeah, well, there we go. You do. So you might as well just suck it up and put it down in the first place. All right. So I've washed this, and not all little rubber piecey things are the same. So open the package and feel them. They need to be pretty dense, and I've washed this one now 1, 2, 3 times, and it's still quite functional.
She's very much in love with those sponges.
Some of those that Mariah has for her makeup, they suck. Because you use them once and they're all wiggly wobbly and
They kind of come apart.
yeah,
They start to break down.
they leave little bits and pieces out there, and it's very, very annoying. Okay, oh, and I want to talk about this too. I actually destroyed my original stencil in order to make this one. But we'll talk about that in a minute. What am I looking for?
Oh, Colleen says that Elizabeth's was 4 layers of full-size stencils.
Who?
On Elizabeth St. Hilaire's video. It
Yeah.
was 4 layers,
Yeah.
full-size stencils. I've hooked her up with the one
I've
that
got two on my thing back. 2 layers. So the next one
will be 3.
will be 3.
Should we do that now?
Because it can be drying.
Could be
'Cause
dry.
It has to dry. That might be the best thing to
Okay.
do. All right, we will just put this aside.
4 layers, 3 stencils.
Well, actually, we already have 2, and I'm not sure.
But you know she's not going to put the P spin on things.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know that. All right. So the reason I did this like this was because I was thinking about cutting this up, pardon me, for ATCs and using the bees and having Mariah do the emboss, because I don't know, I'm just in love with those patent leather bees. I really honestly am. I don't know. I think it's just the bee's knees. Okay.
So did you just tell him the story about you going down there and she was like, you know, she's like, I love the net thing, but it moves.
Yeah.
And she's like, and I said, well, don't you have, don't you have the honeycomb? She goes, no, I don't want that one because it's all like, you know, broken up. I said, yeah, there's an option where it's the full uniform thing, and that's what it's called. It's called uniform honeycomb, or honeycomb uniform. Oh.
I have it in the
Oh, because I think you said, I don't know if I really need the big one.
yeah.
But she needs the big one.
I needed the big one.
Yeah.
But here's the little one,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know. I know that I need one more stencil here on top of this, and I've got to think very, very. Oh, there's Batty. Oh, I do have that on there. And I've got flies. I've got bees. But the last thing on here may be these big old bees. You know, put them down on the plate.
Oh.
Now, the problem is I may have to have Mariah
Here,
cut
yeah.
these some more. And can you pull those little boogers? Because if I break them up, but anyway, we're going to pull this layer now. And then the last layer, the last one that's going to show up will be the bees on top of all of this. Everybody, are you with me on this?
Because that counts.
Yeah, okay, I've got honeybees here, but there aren't any in there.
Well, one may have lost maybe a leg and a part of a wing.
Oh, here's bumblebees. But bumblebees are the ones that we want, remember? Because bumblebees, well, actually, we can have both. Because we've got...
You're representing.
This represents underground tunneling.
And here's the
This
pirate.
represents the honeycomb.
Mm-hmm.
And so, here's some more bees, Mariah.
Okay, I got the...
But I will put them on the plate and place them so that I can then make a very good decision about where they need to go.
I love a well-planned, good decision.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Now, the next decision we're going to need to make right now, and what I thought, gold.
Well, you know, I ain't... Yeah.
And the reason is because, you know, honey glistens. So I think a bit of shininess here would be appropriate. And I don't think that this is going to, and I'm going to try to use my, this gold that's not that one.
Oh, yes, do post that, Judy.
Okay, here's the gold. The transparent gold is what I want to use.
Oh. Carrie says whimsical whatnot may give you a large space for the final pull.
Whimsical whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
True.
If she can find that.
But I am thinking having my bees on the plate with them coming off in this background with this all in the background is going to be very representative of my whole culmination of my idea.
Yeah, do you want to tease what the final little thing is?
Tease the final.
Yeah, just in case we don't get fully to that point.
Okay.
With the little,
Well, we're not going to because this has to dry.
Okay, so we're for sure gonna get to the,
Oh.
I'm giving her,
Yeah.
signals.
Okay, yes. Let's get this down. You all understand what's happening with the bees. Mariah's going to get me some more of the little kind of larger bees, but I think it'd be nice to have. I think I've got a goodly assortment there, don't you think?
Oh, for what you want to do now? Yes.
No, not what I want to do now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put gold down.
Oh, you're saying so later on after the stream.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we could get you more bees. Yes, that's true.
Okay. Just in case. Just in case.
Because it might be cool with the big ones. Like if you
Right.
kind of...
All right, so I will put this underneath because this is what's going to happen here. This layer here is going to be the gold, and it does dry pretty fast, so I don't know. We might be able to do it. I hate rushing things because every time I do, I mess it up. So we want this to be just a film. Suggestive that you've got to do this because then when we put the bees on top, we've got to think about what color we want to use. And this is where she is using opaque, Elizabeth St. Hilaire is using opaque paints, but we're going to be using opaque and transparent.
This is the P twist, remember. We're not copying, we're doing our thing.
This is one of the things
Perfect.
that I think it's a little bit more forgiving that if you really screw up and forget that
It's okay.
If it's
Or you could start cussing at that point.
right, yeah, you can do that too. If it's transparent, at least you've got another chance.
Oh, hello, Carolina.
All right, FYI, get your brayer going before you
Okay, yes, we have hit over 100.
You have your
And the
7
200 doesn't start until February. That is true.
Who's reminding you?
Well, so Miriam says we oh wait, hold on. Say who? Okay. Oh, Sherry says we are over 100, and then Miriam said we need to be over 200, but then Darcy said no, that doesn't start until February.
Okay, here's some of the stuff that I used to pull it off. So I'm going to just put this back down so I'll have some nice tissue paper to work with. But I don't want to pull all of it up. Remember, I just want to pull enough that I've got a nice...
That looks lovely. I love that already. Can you make that happen?
What?
If you need white honeycomb on that other one. See, look at it. Going through there. That looks cool.
It does.
So, thoughts on that? No worry. We have lots of Spanish speakers here, so in
Yes.
the chat, not us necessarily, but
Habla poquito más español.
oh, that looks cool. I hope this all, because remember, this is going paint to paint, plus it's metallic, so, there's always a little...
There's always that little bit of, oh, is it gonna work this time? Please let it work. And I could have used the really opaque gold. But
the gold.
the gold glows, like
The iridescent bronze.
yes.
That we all call gold, but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be more,
Yeah, suggestive.
I just wanted it to be suggestive rather than, yeah.
It's a wink and a nod, not a yell at me.
Yes, it's a wink and a nod. So we're representing two habitats here. The underground burrowing tunnels and then the honeycomb. And we're going to have to let this dry.
Yes.
But that's going to be okay because, and remember we are really talking about making this into tags.
Yes.
Bee tags. And I know there's a lot of bee people out there.
And not like the letter B.
No. Not like the letter B. Okay. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Okay. This probably is a really good thing to have. Now, you know, you can use packaging. But the reason I like this over the packaging is because it's a little easier to, number one, to control. And on the packaging, you don't have the variation of the thicker going into thin and back to thick.
Yes.
I mean, you might, but, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not repeating that one.
What is it?
She's just being.
Look at this. Isn't this pretty? All right. Enough of that. I'm just in love with that. Okay, now where were we here? Oh, I know. We were going to add, and I wanted to talk about colors. How's time? How's my time?
It is 4:11, so you've got about 49 minutes.
All right. Perhaps it shall happen. Perhaps. All right. So, basically, I was. What?
Diane says, as opposed to the half, bleepy bleep bleep, yes, goal, Yeah, I think you probably did say that.
Okay.
That's all right.
Okay.
We'll make you put
Okay.
some money in the jar later.
Yes. Please. Please do put down your jelly paper or some other protective surface because you will go off the page on this particular process. All right. Now this is a brayer off. It started as a brayer off. And my job today is to make the little packets that you all receive in the mail when you get your order, because we're down to 8 packets left, and that probably won't last very long.
No.
But you know me, I can't just leave things just like it is. I feel that when we're sending things out and it's representing PM Artist Studio, that it should have a concerted effort to be the very best that it could possibly be considering the circumstances. Now that
Sometimes
I put that disclaimer in
Right.
there because, when I was sick, I was just like, okay, today I'm going to work on breathing. And then the next day, I'm feeling a little better. I think today I'm going to work on walking across the room without, feeling like I'm going to puke. But, you just do what you got to do. I have discovered, by the way, can you see the purple? That is stencil butter.
Oh.
I know. Who knew? Well, I'm sure lots
Yeah.
of people knew. Okay, so I need a little bit more of this orange, and then I thought, well, I need a little bit more of that yellow too, even though it's not exactly the same yellow. I just love that little bit right there. Isn't that wonderful? Because that's right where your eye wants to look. So I think we need to repeat that in some other places. And honestly, this is really kind of going to the side of more tags, although we don't really need tags. And there is my yes, we'll have to get it from over here because it's kind of mussed up there with something else. I'm not sure what.
Well,
It's kind of green.
Probably green stencil butter.
Yeah. All right, this is dry, by the way, but you can see where I had the purple out there earlier. And here's what's lovely about this. You clean off your palette knife with the edge of the spongy thing. I really like those sponges on a stick, but the sponges suck. They're not good sponges. So I really wish those sponge people would up their game and put the good sponge on the stick. Okay. Sometimes I feel like I need to secure this with a piece of tape underneath because it takes 2 hands, and a lot of times I don't have 2 hands. When I'm trying to get it mushed about. Okay. This is a good spot because there isn't any of that color there. And I'm loving this little part right here.
Yeah.
Now you do have to remember that this is kind of transparent a little bit. Not exactly. So if we don't want that to happen, you just go over the white and then it becomes that. Right? Everybody got that? Make good sense?
Mm-hmm.
Itchy
Yeah,
nose.
very nice.
Okay. Now, here's the other thing. If you want to make that more opaque, all you need to do, and you're going to lose some of your shiny stuff, but
In this instance, I don't think that that's
I don't think it is either. Get your titanium white, which is totally opaque.
Or, you know, you could try the... I would be interested in the crazy yellow,
Crazy yellow.
you know, that blocks out everything. You could mix it in with the gold. I wonder if it would still keep some of it shiny more so then, or...
I don't know.
That's a thought.
It is a thought. Okay, now I'm getting this yellow here, and I'm thinking it needs a little bit more
She's very much in her teacher mode today.
red. Yeah. Red. We need a little red. A little squirt. We don't need a whole lot because we don't want it to go into like the orange. We just want it to go in a little bit of
She's been thinking about this one all morning.
pyro. I woke up thinking about this in the middle of the night. Oh, and of course I got way too much red in there. And now it's kind of turning kind of pinky on me. Oh,
Nah, I'm okay with that.
I don't know.
It's in there.
It's in there.
I'm just waiting for you to, get a lot of that taupey brown looking business off of there. Ooh, I love that.
And you just put it around. This
Ooh,
is
that
just
looks snaky-like. I love it.
so much fun. I mean, they're just really, and if you don't like what you did in one place, you just cover it up with another color. I mean, you know, this is like a win-win.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to worry about getting it all right on the gel plate. So this is a much more forgiving process than when you're just using your gel plate and you're really, you know, having to make like decisions about that right away.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I think.
That's one of the sunset colors right there, Deb C says.
See, I changed that up enough that I think we're getting rid of a lot of that.
Debbie, I think we have a pretty good connection, so it may be kind of something on your end. But you can always try a refresh.
Okay, now look at that. I need some more purple right there, but I don't have that in my repertoire here, so I'm going to just bring in a little bit more.
You guys might try setting your stream to, if you have it at 1080, maybe set it down a little lower, so that way the feed comes through a little faster.
Oh yes, I like that.
Oh yeah, looking good.
And again, you know, on the white, if it's too much white,
Listen to what Silver Granny Lynn says.
what?
Flight of the butterflies. It's funny that you say that.
Now, I don't like that hard edge there, so I put my stencil over it and just kind of tap it out so that we don't see it, you know, just like right away. And what it is it's where I went with my brayer. The edge of the brayer.
Oh, Carolina, and I'm sure that it's actually Carolina. She has it.
Pardon?
But I can. I mean, we can.
Now, isn't this just turning into just, I mean,
love
I just think it's loveliness. And I'm just so thankful that Elizabeth St. Hilaire did her thing, because this is kind of something, you know, in my bag of art tools that I forgot about. And so when somebody says something, then, you know, that's...
Well, and supposedly you had linked it or mentioned it first.
You know, I give up.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just really, I don't know. All right, now I do hate wasting paint, you know that. And I was going to give up and just, you know, do this one, but this is very addicting. I hope you're not bored to tears.
Are you guys enjoying this? Do give the thumbsy upsies. Or we could go ahead and do the giveaway real quick.
Do the giveaway while I mess about with
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to break up this this black. That might have been a bit radical, but
It's okay.
hey, you know,
can come back.
I can always come back. And this paper is extremely mealy. I mean, I can't even tell you how many layers are out here. All right, I'm going to pull in a little bit more of the red. Oh yeah, I like that. But now I'm going to have to repeat that some other places. Get rid of some of this kind of grungy gray here.
Okay, guys, so we're going to do the giveaway. Remember that what I will do is give you a promo code. The winner will get a promo code for what we call free stencil, which is actually $15.99 to the store. You can apply it to, you know, whatever your order is, as long as it is over $30. So, the hashtag that you will want to put in is hashtag butterfly. You may go. Ooh, I just think that's looking fabulous.
So do you think this is going to be an ATC, or is this going to be a...
Do you have your little window thing? I thought I saw it out here that one day, and then I haven't.
I did have it out here, and I don't know.
I didn't take it down. I've only been taking stencils down. Just want you to know that. I just couldn't
She's
stand
being
it anymore.
kind of snarly. Did you notice that? I did have it out here. And I dug it off of the thing, and I made a new window. And then I don't know what
Oh, that's
happened
cool.
to
Ray
it.
says they have a Monarch launch site about 40 miles from where he lives. Well, I assume you're boy Ray, but it could be girl.
Oh, see, that helped out that.
Oh, and hello, Remy.
And then, see, I think this one needs some more
Mitzi?
purple, or maybe, I don't know.
Hello,
Let's
Barbara.
just love that pink there.
All right, I think it's kind of slowed down there. I will spin. You guys ready? I'm rolling. Colleen. Colleen, have you won this before?
I'll tell you what. No, I don't think she has. I think she won did she win a bag?
No.
No, Colleen?
Mm-mm.
I just remember her name from something. Okay, I'm going to
I
get
don't know. Maybe Nightbot has some favorites. I don't know. Right, it's actually Maggie Miller, but her YouTube is funded. Oh, your husband. Okay. Hey, Maggie. That's hilarious. I like his little, you know, icon there. All right, Colleen, well, holler at me and I'll get you a code. Okay, she's never won. All right, good deal. I just didn't want people thinking that, you know, Nightbot was
playing favorites.
playing favorites. I don't think, yeah, Brad, did he put his in there? Nightbot does not like Brad. That's good. We don't want him to. All right, do you think it's ready for the thing that we wanted to do?
Well, I think it is, but look, I've got paint. Do you
Do-
have any saran wrap or anything over there?
Oh, you know what? Do I have a
Can
little
you put it in
Ziploc?
something? Here. So it's not wasted. I just hate wasting
Yeah, you
expensive
can
paint.
pick that up later.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in this one Ziploc-y over here.
All right, I think, Mariah, I think we're going to go with this one because I think that the dark colors are going to work better with it if you agree with me.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. So you've got the blank cards over there. And I want you to look and see what we have, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, y'all are just going to be so excited. We have little baby butterflies.
Little 2-inchers.
2-inchers, aren't they precious? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hand this to Mariah. She's gonna put it onto a card that I'm going to stamp this with the juicy stamper, the black, and then she's gonna emboss it. And you saw it here.
Oh, Colleen, that's really sweet. Yeah, just let me know. She wants to donate it to somebody, so that's sweet.
Oh,
That is totally fine.
so you need to spin again.
No. She has somebody in mind, I think.
Oh,
I think that's fine.
oh yes, absolutely. That's very, very generous.
Okay, wait. Now, what am I doing here?
You're cutting that into making it ATCs so that I can stamp a butterfly on it, and then you're gonna do the my favorite part.
Hi, you know, the sound effects are free.
Okay, while she's doing that, we're not going to just be sitting here and picking our nose and looking out the window.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're going to see if we can get this bad boy off here. Oh, I didn't like that bubble there. But it's too late. Too late to worry about that.
Oh, man. Did you know that there was, like, some serious sparkle stuff in this?
Really? No, I did
Yeah,
not.
well, here, before I cut it up, I'd like you to hold it up in the technology and give it one of your masterful wiggles.
Masterful wiggle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, so it's so
Did
funny.
you see that little drip of sarcasm that ran down the one side of her mouth?
It is true. Michelle, so Michelle was the one who won the fern bag. She did a video. I need to send you the link because she went through everything.
Oh my goodness.
She was so emotional. It was so sweet. I do want to let everybody know, by the way. So in all of the bags, all of the giveaway bags, those are IMPPs. So
There's something wrong with them someplace.
and it could just be that it's like a set that's missing an item because it got eaten by the cricket, or you know, we just have extra things, and or a lot of them, you know, if anything gets like nicked or rips, or you know, and it kind of, sometimes it can be quite noticeable and sometimes not so much, but it's not something that we're going to sell or, you know, send out with an order. So that's what all of that stuff is. And she was just so sweet. She's like, I don't think anything's wrong with this and this. And
Well, there really
but there really is.
There really is.
Just didn't want people to be like, geez, you know, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I know, Mariah, because remember, the purple is the butter. And some of
No. Give it a good and look at it. There's some other, like, serious shiny business going.
Oh my goodness!
Right?
Wow, that's from the Breyer business.
Oh, you think? I mean, it's like seriously sparkly.
Yeah, I see. That's the pink.
Maybe.
Okay, well, pick
Well,
out some spots.
I
But
got
now
it.
here, while she's doing that, I'm going to give this a wiggle. Look at this.
How awesome is that? Oh, she posted it in Makers. Oh, and which Michelle? Michelle Ink It, Stamp It. Yes, I think that's right. But she did. She posted it in Makers. And I'll try to find it and tag you on it. Well, I'll tag P too. She may have already tagged P, but I'll tag
okay.
her again.
All right, I love this so much. So, while she's doing that, let's talk about colors.
Let's talk about.
Because we want the bee to stand out, right? So what we need to do, number one, we need to think about this because the bees need to be put down after the color, because then we're going to pull away the color. So that the outline, the image of the bee is left on the plate. Is everybody with me on that? Okay? That is going to require a bit of, but the thing about it, excuse me, the thing about it is, we're not looking at this as a whole composition, like Elizabeth St. Hilaire did.
Right, like a final one big piece.
Yes. What we're looking at here is we're looking at a bee here as a postcard, or a bee here as a ATC.
More masterboard.
More masterboard.
We're channeling our Carrie.
Yes. So, that being said, we've got a lot of black here.
Carla says dibs on the roll-off sheet.
This roll-off sheet?
I think so. She likes
really?
it. She likes it.
Oh, well, it is. It's got some nice shiny stuff on it. All right, well, I'll put that aside. Put your name on it.
There you go, Carla. Good job.
C-A-R-L-A.
K.
K.
She's a Carla with a K.
Carla with a K. Okay, Carla with a K, you need to send me a message with your address on it.
Yeah. Got to talk to P about that.
Yeah, because Mariah, she told me she wasn't doing any more of my secretarial work, which I thought was so rude.
Yeah, but then she saw everything that I was going through and realized
Yes,
that...
and then I felt really horrible.
Uh-huh.
I really did. Okay, so, all right, back to what we were talking about here, because I got to keep my brain into this.
I'm sorry.
Because this is really, Elizabeth St. Hilaire wasn't just whistling Dixie when she said, you really, if it helps you write down the steps. Well, I don't need to, but I know what they are. And my concern right now is there's not enough low contrast background. We have a high contrast background. So that's a problem. We need less contrast here. So what can we do to get more contrast? Less contrast. Well, we've got an option here. And this would add an extra color step in, but I think it's necessary. But I want you to know why I think it's necessary. I am thinking if I go over this whole thing with a transparent white.
Yeah. That's
Or
scary.
even what if I would use the interference gold? I've already got some gold on here.
Okay.
And it's going to knock back the black.
What about that crazy... So you're...
What I want is
okay.
I want you to be able to see it, but I don't want... I want to be able to see the bumblebees when I put the bumblebees down. Or the honeybees.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? Or, here's another option. I could use a film of the,
Hey, Wendy.
the purple over the top of the yellow is going to dull the yellow out, and it's going to become kind of brownish. And it's going to become closer in color to, I think this is what we should do.
So this is funny. Are you ready? Are you done thinking?
I am.
Okay. So Deb C says that pretty soon little Miss Izzy will be old enough to be Gigi's office assistant. I don't know if they're ready to change roles because let me tell you who's in charge. The little one.
Well, here's the other problem. She very much has a mind of her own, and I doubt that she will want to do what I want her to do.
Yeah, I don't see it getting better.
Yeah, because she's already. She just looks at me, and sometimes she even puts her hand on her hip and humps.
Humps. Yes.
Gee, that was not what I wanted to do. So, I don't know how that's going to work
There's
out.
one. Do you love that?
Oh, I love it.
I picked out a good area, methinks.
Oh, you did. Oh, look at this. And you saw it here. And what's nice about this black cardstock is Mariah can just do her little fancy stuff that she does with her little sprays and whatnot. All right, well, let's see. What butterfly do we want? All right, now y'all know that I'm thinking about this, okay?
Oh, okay.
I'm not ignoring.
Carrie has a question. Will the glaze kill the gold honeycomb?
No, it will not. That's what's lovely about this, because it is shimmery. It's that. It's now it will take on some of. Oh, and I'm glad you asked that question, because I'll tell you what. When I don't know if I should get those out, because that's another whole ball game. Okay, if you want to alter your gold, you know, your fancy golden gold, and you want it to become a little more tarnished looking, add some purple. Or if you want to green it up a little bit, add a little bit of this. But here's the trick. You want to make sure you mix it really well before you start brayering, because what happens is it doesn't mix. You've got to really push it together and mush it about and mix it on your plate in order to get those color changes. And you can use any of these to add that little bit of a different slant to your metallic paints, and they still stay metallic.
Rennie wants to know about what about a layer of quinacridone gold?
Okay, I could, but here's the thing. That's going to green out the black.
That's true.
And I think it's going to punch up the yellow, which is what we really don't want to do. So I think that that's not a good option.
All right, do your purple thing. Let's do it. Enough talky. Let's talk painty.
Okay, we need to get a paper. Oh my goodness, here's a almost clean one. I'm stressing almost. If you make sure the tent fold is at the top, you have a lot less slippage here. Okay. So, we've got two butterflies here. And I'm kind of considering this area here. So I'm thinking this little butterfly should be right there.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you need to get your jar of stuff ready. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Isn't it just gorgeous?
Yeah, I'm in love with it.
Oh, and I think that this is going to be perfect. Look, it's right inside this. Just move it over to almost to the edge.
This is how we end up with a million almost done.
All right, here.
Oh, hey, Mouse. How are you? Those are ours. We now make stamps. And these are the new little 2-inchers. We got 4-inchers, too. Size matters.
Okay. Now, I'm going to do a couple of just to kind of get my stamp. And remember, it really helps if it's, when you first stamp with them, if you try to get, and somebody said something about some stuff to put on them, but I can't remember what it is.
I can't remember, but yeah, it's you got to prep it. You got to, get it. What's the word?
I don't know, but you just got one chance here.
Prime it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, jeez. It wasn't a hard word. It was just, words are hard.
Okay, Mariah. Here,
We
it's
did
coming
get
to
a
you.
Okay.
Now, they say that you have 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I don't like to.
Let's not mess around with that.
You know, why?
Am I making it gold or am I keeping it Black.
You're keeping it black.
Okay.
I want it to be black patent leather.
You're fantastic.
Okay, now I'm going to wait just a moment for this one, but I could go ahead and start prepping it. Because this is their maiden voyage.
Mm-hmm.
They have not been stamped before. And I will say, you know, these are cut with a laser cutter. So when they're sent to you and they come in a box, you may need to let them...
They come in a bag.
In a bag. You may need to let them air out a bit.
We've been airing them out, but just in case.
But just in case, I don't want anybody to open them up and have this awful...
Just know they're going to be a little stinky. They smell like rubber.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh! Oh!
Goodness, lady. Simmer down.
No. I mean, seriously, can y'all see that? How perfect that is? Of course, it's probably like a dress rehearsal. You know, if you have a good dress rehearsal,
I'm doing the...
Be careful because it's still hot. Mm-hmm. Look at that.
No.
Oh, yes, you can see it.
What?
The little feelers.
Yeah. Now remember these, because these started out as brayer offs and whatnot. They have that mealy, that bumpy texture.
Yes.
So that one didn't. You know, it's not going to be crisp like the one she just did there. Just isn't going to happen.
But I mean, I'm pleased with that. I don't hate it. I just have to make.
Did you hold it up to the technology?
I did, but
Okay.
I want to get this one going, and I've changed my mind, putting this right out here in the middle. And remember, this is that inker that I told you about. That is what?
Yeah. So a minute ago I was like, oh goodness, and then Devin said, "Get P a cigarette." And Diane said she was going to go there, but she opted not to. I love y'all. You're definitely our people.
Just it's so funny because I'll tell you what, I love smoking, and I stopped drinking because every time I would have a drink. Look at that one part of the
They
room
went
just
together
really,
very nicely.
Really wants to be darker than everybody else. So when I gave up smoking, I also gave up drinking because I just kept thinking.
She wasn't that good of a drinker, though.
No, I really
She's a
wasn't.
lightweight. It's okay.
Oh, I just think that patent leather butterflies.
Patent leather butterflies. Hello, Ginger. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna.
I think I did a better inking job on that one.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I want you to see and appreciate the fine details that you are able to get with this stamp.
Ooh, that's so pretty.
And I just, ow.
Sorry, I gave you the hot end. I was just about to say, oh shoot, I should have handed that backwards. Kind of like handing scissors, A little bit towards you. Or a little bit towards me. Sorry. There we go. A little less towards me. There you go. Perfect. Little down. Lovely.
And the thing about it is, if I were using, it's like Mariah said, you can see the textured paper. That is going to interfere with the crispness of the design. But, see this part where it was overly, it showed up there.
Mm-hmm.
Because see when I turn it over, yeah. You know, I need some more practice at this stamping stuff.
She's got to get her.
I got to get my stamp on. But I'm just pretty darn proud of.
Yes.
Proud of this, and I'm. You know, I asked for butterflies, and I just think that it just goes so well together.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, well, we've got 2 ATCs. All right, Mariah, I'm handing them back to you. Because I'm not doing anything to these. I think they're
Dunsies.
Dunsies, for sure. All right, now.
I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to try out something new. For those of you that are here in the stream and come back, leave a comment. Say that you were here during the stream, which part of the stream you liked. You know, give me some stuff and say that I would really like that ATC or one of those ATCs. I will pick one of you because I want to keep one of these. We will do a little drawing coming up in one of the other streams with the people that leave the comments on this video.
Oh, put them on the wheel
and we'll pick
spin
one.
it.
Yes.
I love the wheel spinning.
Yeah, I do too. Just another reason to use the wheel.
It just, you know, reminds me of, you know, what.
And we'll try that out as kind of one of our other little giveaway things. We have ATCs coming out the wazoo.
Yeah, we do. And some of them I'm just like, oh, ho hum. I thought they were really special at the time, but now I'm just like, yeah, okay. I like the ones I'm doing. That's my favorite one.
So if you want one of the ho hums now.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Terrible salesperson here.
Okay, I'm going to look through my pile of stuff back here to make sure that I have
yes.
talked about everything. Carla, don't you forget to send me your address in the message.
She said that she plans on placing an order soon, so you can just bring it down there and all.
All right, I'll just hand it to you.
Now, Carla,
I did write your name on it.
Yeah, and remind me in the
note.
Yes, because things happen. Things happen. I am gonna. You didn't put a little note on it. I'm putting a note. Oh, you wrote her name on it. Yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't see it.
I corrected it.
Oh, there's Michelle.
Okay, here, Mariah. Don't put your away.
Okay. What do we have 13 minutes.
We've got 13 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is relatively smooth. I meant to, you know. Well, I didn't know if I was going to get the butterflies or not. I was actually going to use bees on here, but I think butterflies would look really cool, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
And you know what else we need? We need a horned monarch larva. Brad needs to design a larva.
Let's get through the stuff that we currently. But yes, I love the idea.
Okay, you got your
maybe Susan, you want to
ready to go? We're gonna give this.
Seems like that's a kind of a Susan style thing.
What?
I'm asking Susan Dufresne if she wants to design a horned monarch larva, caterpillar.
Caterpillar
is what you're talking about, not the larva.
Not larva. Larva's what
I think we can handle
comes
larva.
out of the egg. Well, the larva, yeah, it does eventually. I hope this is going to be big enough for an ATC.
Oh yes, we talked about it earlier, Michelle. Yes, it was so great. Oh, Marta has black patent leather clogs.
Oh, I had some once too.
I have some Doc Martens that are patent leather, quite lovely.
Yeah, but they're not very comfortable.
No, they aren't. They don't wear in like the other Doc Martens did. Am I doing this white and clear?
Yes, please.
Brain.
And here's another one.
Okay.
I hope that the piece of paper is big enough for an ATC.
Well, I'll work it out. Got ideas about that.
Okay, while she's doing that, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a...
A what?
Oh, just a little...
Preview?
Preview.
Or review?
No, not a review, a preview. Izzy brought me this, and she says, Gigi, you can have this thing. Now, I should put that underneath and see if that makes a difference in the stamping. Because it's a piece of...
What is it?
She loves going to the Home Depot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I would actually love this flooring.
Yeah. As it's easy on your legs. Let's try the...
Fancy linoleum's expensive.
We're going to see if this stuff works as well as the other.
Sugar.
What happened?
Oh, I kind of knocked off some of the stuff with my finger. But I think we're alright.
Uno mas. This is a new stamp pad. It's not the old one.
Okay.
Oh, look at that detailing. Look at the body of that. I mean, isn't it fabulous? Of course, I did a bang up job of stamping that.
You did.
And I'm hoping that's ATC size. I don't know. We may. It will not be wasted.
I can kind of collage it together, if need be.
Okay. Excellent. Yes, you can do that kind of stuff. Now, I know I had some more. Oh, here's a really pretty piece of paper. Let's try this.
Oh, thank you, Diane.
Sure, I've got the right side of my butterfly. That always helps.
Yes. I suppose you could use both sides if you wanted to.
And I don't really know. This paper came from Brayer Office, but then I went over it with something else. So I'm trying to kind of get it at a little bit of an angle so it's not quite so static.
Oh, well, I think she flipped it over, so it's smooth on the backside.
Okay, I lied. I have to do one more. I don't know that this made that much difference.
She says fun foam might work better.
Okay. Because I think that this is just a bit rigid.
Now, that was your best one yet. Look at that.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Thank you, Julie. They are fun. And exciting. Especially for P. She gets very excited.
Yeah. I've been waiting for this 2-inch butterfly for a long time.
Yeah, like 2 days.
No, like forever.
I would never let her buy stamps or do anything because I told her, I said, one day we're going to do them. And I just don't want...
She didn't want random butterflies
Well...
flying around out there in the universe.
I just didn't think, A, we needed to contain
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
I see people stamping all the time that, just... And I told Mariah, I said, I bet you we could get another 5,000 listeners, viewers, if I would go and have my nails done. Because I was looking at somebody's nails the other day, and I was just going, oh my God, look at how beautiful those are.
I think a lot of people do their own. There's cool little kits these days.
Oh, I know who it was. It was 49
Barbara's
Bragg.
hands.
Oh my gosh,
They
she
always
has
look
the
beautiful.
most beautiful nails. I mean, they're not like, gnarly nails. They're just sweet little, beautiful little French. I used to have my toes done in that. But I've never really been I have such
I can't breathe.
horrible nails.
I can't breathe. When we talk about this, we got other people here that also can't breathe with nail polish on.
Oh,
Their fingers can't breathe. I feel like my hands suffocate.
that's a good one too.
And I pick at it. Oh, I have some fun foam.
Well,
I can get her some. I can get her.
okay, well, if they're the right size, we can just slap them on a card. But if they're not, Mariah does this other terry thing that's really cool that she can make these all work.
Diane, that's kind of our feeling about. I don't know if there's other chit chat about the Cricut, the maker. Here lately, with whatever their latest update, it's been acting funny again. They usually work it out, but it's kind of like, you know, we go through a week of kind of frustrating little things that we're like, you know, it was working just fine the other day.
Set everything behind.
Yes. And then what's interesting, though, is our Cricut Airs, they seem to be great little workhorses. They're slower. Not by, like, a ton, but, you know, when we're kind of producing, obviously, faster is preferable. But also consistent and, you know, not eating stencils is preferable.
Tambien.
Yeah. So, like, overall, if I were to recommend, or you guys are thinking about it, the Airs are great little machines. It just kind of depends on some of the other bells and whistles. And, you know, like Fran was asking about it the other day. And, you know, cutting some of the thicker material, yes, they do. We've not ever had much luck with it. But I told Fran, I said, I think one of the reasons for that is that a lot of times you have to do multiple passes to get thicker material to cut. We're not in the, you know, that ain't part of our thing. It ain't.
It's a time management thing.
It is a time management thing. So that's kind of where we're at with them. And, you know, maybe someday we'll move on up to, like, industrial, commercial type
I just love the tactile nature of this.
Yes. Well, can you hold them up into the technology again, and
Yes,
we
I
can
will.
ooh and all?
I think this is my favorite just because of the pink and the green.
I love the color. It actually was, like, one of the best that's...
This is still a good one.
Missed a little bit on that one corner. Now, some people have said that you can come back, draw it in, do that sort of thing, which is, I think Carrie
This is a
mentioned
good
that.
one too. This is a good one too because I think the body came out really nice in this one.
Oh, yes, she uses Kathy uses the press-on nail polish called Color Sheet. I've seen it. Judy P, you here? I think she might do that too.
With her nails?
Her and Lisa always have really nice nails. And Lisa, when she does like a new journal, she
coordinates
matches
them with what she's doing.
That's good stuff.
Mariah's always
I'm
impressed with the.
I'm happy if I don't look like, you know, I've been working on the car. I try not to do that, especially like in the, you know, the little up close videos. And when I'm using the sprays, a lot of times it gets down in there, and I'm just like,
I don't know. I tried to make sure, but today I was working before I came on camera.
oh look, Judy P sells the stuff,
Sells what stuff?
the Color Street, the nail things.
Oh.
She's a consultant.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Well, if it has to take time to dry, I'm not.
I think that's kind of one of the cool things about it. Does it require like a lampy thing, or?
Because
I know nothing about this.
I'm horrible at that. That's why. And I remember I used to go with
That's right, Acme.
a friend of mine. We used to go and have our toes done at the place in Clovis. And so and I would always make sure I'd get dog food because the Walmart over there was a lot cheaper than the one. Well, actually, they didn't even have the kind at my grocery store.
Yeah.
And I dropped the dog food on top of my nail and messed it up. But I went back and they fixed it real quick.
It's awesome customer
Yeah.
service. Bye, Martha. All right, guys. Hey, we're right here
Hey,
at
remember,
the end.
we're still working on this. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to consult, and you will see it happen right here.
She wasn't sold on the purple yet. That's why she was like, okay, we can do something else.
I'm not sold on the purple yet, and one of my reasons is, and I will tell you, I will show you I will give you an absolute example of why
Well, you know, since you're gonna cut it up, why don't we cut it up and you could do, you know, 4 different ones.
well, you know, that's true too. Here I've got a lot of these are going to be cut up, but here's what kind of worries me about the purple. I'm not sure I want that to happen.
Oh, the crazing. Yeah, because that'll add a whole other kind of graphic element there that you're not
I'm
really...
not really sure that I want.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to go over this with another color, but look at this. Isn't this gorgeous?
All right. The people are signing out on us.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. Thank you once again
All
for
right.
hanging out with us.
Thank
if you
you.
want to know more and, you know, hang out with all these lovely folks here in the chat, that is over in the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. Do answer the questions. I will not let you in if you do not answer the questions.
Well, I do sometimes.
Sometimes. She'll
I'll
go and
look
check
you
you out.
up.
Make sure that you have art stuff on your page, you know, because that helps too. All right. We'll see you back here on Thursday. Bye, guys.
Bye.